Well guys, it's Saturday the 12th of August and it's time to do the Saturday round 1 predictions. Let's start with Arsenal vs Nottingham Forest. Arsenal will kick off the new Premier League campaign on positive note after beating last season's treble winners Manchester City on penalties in the Community Shield last weekend. That victory, after the Gunners gave up a double-figure lead to ultimately lose last season's title race by a 5-point margin, gives fans renewed hope that their near three-decade Premier League title drought might be coming to an end. Coach Mikel Arteta has already fully shown his intent to mark the Invincible's 20th anniversary in style, with £105 million midfielder Declan Rice the marquee arrival of this summer. Perhaps such a healthy spend heightens the pressure on Arsenal to start well, as does the fact that they are open a Premier League campaign at home for the 21st time in 32 seasons. Accordingly, they have a positive all-time record across their prior matchday 1 home games. Win 11, draw 3, lost 6, with a 2-1 win over Nottingham Forest in 1998 amongst them. That also set Forest on their way to relegation and 20 years of top-flight absence, and with safety only secured on the penultimate weekend last term via a 1-0 win in the latest head-to-head. Reds manager Steve Cooper has acted with the long-term future in mind. His 3 standout signings made so far all have prior Premier League experience and will surely play a part if Forest are to win at Arsenal for the first time since March 1989. Following a dozen failed attempts, draw 4, lost 8. Despite suffering a 2-0 reverse at Newcastle a year ago on day 1, Forest remain in positive territory when starting out away from home in this competition, won 3, lost 2, something they will do here for a 6th straight time as Premier League participants. It's a curious streak that spans back to 1994/1995, though with that season seeing the 2-time European Cup winners finish a post-Brian Clough era high of 3rd, starting on the road is not necessarily a bad thing. Leonardo Trossard saved Arsenal with a 90+11 leveller in the Community Shield, meaning that each of his last 6 goal-scoring matches in English competitions has seen both teams score, and the same trait applies in each of Anthony Elanga's 3 prior. Premier League games to see him net, though his last one came in February 2022. A majority, 8 of Arsenal's previous match day 1 Premier League home wins has seen them score exactly twice. Who will not play for Arsenal? Well, El Neni has a knock, Gabriel Jesus has a knee injury, Lokonga has a muscle injury, Zinchenko has a calf injury, questionable, Balogun with an ankle injury, Jorginho with a muscle injury, Nelson with a toe injury. The referee, Oliver, venue Emirates Stadium. For Nottingham Forest, Hennessy will not play for a knee injury, Richards has a calf injury, Awoni has an ankle injury, Felipe injury, and Niakate elbow injury. So if we look, Hennessy's not playing for Nottingham Forest, we need to look at the goalkeepers then. They'll be playing Matt Turner against his old club. Here is the odds for anyone that cares. Head-to-head, Arsenal's last 5 matches. 5-0 win against MLS All-Stars, Jesus, Trossard, Jorginho, Martinelli and Havertz. 2-0 loss against Manchester United. 5-3 win against Barcelona, Saka, Havertz, Trossard, Vieira. 1-1 draw in Monaco, Nketiah. And then penalties, Odegaard, Jorginho, Havertz, Vieira and Gabriel. 1-1 draw in Manchester City. Trossard got the goal, and then penalties, Odegaard, Trossard, Saka and Vieira all scored. For Nottingham Forest, their last 5 games, 2-1 win against Levante, Yates and Danilo with the goal. 2-0 loss against Leeds, 1-0 loss against PSV, 5-0 loss against the Rennes, a 0-0 draw with Frankfurt. Head-to-head, Nottingham Forest won against Arsenal last game. Arsenal won, Nottingham Forest won, Arsenal won, Nottingham Forest won. There's the standings that don't really matter though. So my prediction to the Arsenal Nottingham Forest game is Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Right, now we move on to the 3 o'clock kickoff games. First up, Bournemouth West Ham. After a successful first season back in the top flight, Bournemouth showed their ruthless streak over the summer, replacing Gary O'Neill with Androni Irelo.